Welcome, Sister Manda, to Soul Stories. Thanks so much for taking time to speak with us today.
Oh, thanks for asking me. It's great.
Can you tell us how long you've been here at the retreat center, first of all?
I think it would be about 20 years in August.
That's as long as the retreat center's been around, right?
Yeah, that's right. Actually, 6 months prior to that, we spent time renovating the place, and then it was at the end of June that we started using the place. So, yeah, you could say that.
So tell us a little bit about your background before you got here to the retreat center.
Well, I started my own spiritual journey in 1981, which was in Leicester.
Yeah.
And then a year later, I moved to London, which is where the headquarters of the brahmakumaris are. And I was working, and then I gave up work, and I was involved in a lot of the administration work at the centre in London, Willesden Green, actually.
So tell us about what your vision is for the Global Retreat Center.
Well, in the beginning, I'm not sure if I had a vision. As time has gone on, my vision has developed, seeing the role that this place plays in the lives of people. That means in terms of people who live here or who've come here from time to time, some who stayed for a while, some have stayed for a while and gone and come back, and some have been here for 20 years, like myself. And then there are those who come here from surrounding areas as well as from other parts of the world to take benefit. It's seeing that my vision has come about, if you like. In the beginning, my vision just was to be able to use my time in a worthwhile way for my own spiritual progress, and just a very simple aim of contributing for a spiritual progress in the lives of others. But since I've been here, things have evolved for me, I suppose, spiritually, and I've grown.
And how many visitors do you get here on average per year?
Per year, it's about 10,000 or more on a regular basis, which is day events, afternoon seminars and workshops, evening seminars, residential retreats, about 10,000 roughly.
And so do you teach the same philosophy the brahmakumaris practice themselves at these retreats and workshops?
Well, there's two strands in a sense. One is that there is the basic philosophy of the brahmakumaris that as a spiritual organization we have. And then there is the general aspect that we are also making available, as I said, in terms of atmosphere, in terms of general meditation, understanding of the self, and maybe values and spiritual education, which is applicable to anybody and everybody at all times. But then there is the deeper philosophy, which really is the bedrock of what we ourselves practice. And that's something that not everybody's interested in, which is fine. It's there if they're interested in. If they're not, then that's also fine. But then they can just take from the general aspects that are offered, which are more pertinent to people on a day-to-day basis, and they don't want to spend too much time in the deeper aspects of things.
So shifting gears a little bit to talk about the people that actually make these retreats come to life. I know you don't live here alone. So tell us a little bit about the people that live here with you, what they look like, where do they come from, how many are there?
We're about 30 living here. People from about 10 to 12 different countries actually, and about 5 or 6 different religious denominations. And we're all here because we've made a choice to be here. It's not because I had a very nice place to hang around and just chill. It's not like that, because people realize that spirituality is something that grows as you make a contribution in the lives of other people. And also when you're living in a close-knit community like this, then you learn a lot. You learn a lot about yourself, you learn a lot about other people, you learn about how to harmonize with people, how to understand people. So these are all aspects that are part of a spiritual growth and spiritual understanding. So this is what we're here for. The fact that we do everything, all the work around the house is done by the people who live here. And that means from the cooking and the cleaning and the administration and often running the retreats and leading some of the seminars, all of these things. And also we're all volunteers. But again, I don't really like that word, simply because it's a language that's very kind of impersonal. But we all feel that we're actually a family. And we live here as a family. We are here 24/7. And so it's not that, well, come in when you want and go when you want, but we're here with a commitment, and we're here with dedication. And also, actually, I should say that we're about 30, but I think I'd say about 15 to 70 possibly are full-time. All the rest they have either part-time jobs or full-time jobs, or we have a centre that's in Oxford too, that they run that too. So not everybody is full-time occupied here. They have other aspects that they do too. So there are about 15 about part-time. So, but it's a very amazing team of people, which, I call them Dream Team.
Right.
And we have a joke about that. And really, I don't think, it can happen any other way. Yeah. When people are paid to do what they're doing, you're always quantifying what you're doing, for how much you're doing, right. What are you getting right. for what you're giving. But it's not about that. You don't do that with your family members. Right. You accommodate, you give, you share. And that's the principle with which Brahma Baba, the founder, started the whole ethos of the organization, in terms of people who are contributing, people who come to receive benefit. All of that is under that principle that we're a family, we're a spiritual family. And there's no price tag attached to what you share with each other. But we recognize a mutual responsibility.
So a couple of things you said there really resonated with me. I think one, you said family, and then you said spiritual family. And that's important because, there's so many problems with relationships in the world today. Just people not getting along with each other, parents not getting along with kids, parents not getting along with each other, and so on. Do you see some of those same issues here in this family? And then how do you get around it?
I won't pretend by saying, it's all always hunky-dory, because it's not. Because we do have difference of opinions, and we do have clash of interests probably sometimes, but we all understand that this is all part of the process, part of the journey, and when we do clash, if you like, it's not forever and ever. It's not that we fall out for weeks and months or anything like that. It might happen for a day or two, but I see for my own self, in the last 20 years, that time period has shortened. We do have a little argy-bargy, and we might get upset with each other a little bit here and there, but we have to get on with life, and that's part of life and journey.
And finally, tell us a little bit about how you've led this team, or your family as you called it. What were maybe the 2 or 3 keys to your success?
I never consider myself to be a leader, nor do I ever speak of myself in this way, because as I said, we are a family. But I just feel that if I want to create something outside of myself, I have to be that myself. If I want someone to do something, I have to do it myself. And if I don't do that, I cannot expect other people to do it. I spent part of my childhood in India, actually, from the age of 8 to 13 and a half. And, there were some very key lessons, I think, I learned at that time. Don't treat others how you don't want to be treated yourself. This was one of them, and I have this big thing about how it's important to have equality in our relationships. What I understood a long time ago, and that was that there can be hierarchy of roles, but there cannot be hierarchy in relationships. And the results have come about not just because of us, but I feel it's because of what's being offered, not just by us as individuals, but, for us very much spirituality means there is the awareness of the Supreme and the Divine, and everybody that's here is very much aware that they're doing service. They're here to serve, they're on the service of the Divine, and so it's that presence, it's that vibration of purity and truth that brings about success. Not me, probably not even just the team of people that are here. I don't think they would want to claim success in that way. It's what's being offered, and what's being offered is not from us. What's being offered is coming from that source, and it's something that's available to everyone.
On that note, thank you so much, Sister Manda, again for taking time to speak with us. It's been a real pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.